There aren't a lot of people in the audience, and not me, because I don't care if there's one person or 1,000, I do my entire act. And the other night I came out and there was one guy sitting there. I said, sir, you paid your money. I don't care if there's one person or 1,000. I do my entire act. And he said, that's very nice, but hurry up, I have to sweep up. Isn't it ironic that when I appear in Las Vegas or on a cruise ship or at a major corporate event, there's always thousands of people in the audience, but they don't allow cameras. Here we're in a studio, we've got cameras, no people. Videotape, I hope this stuff comes out, and I thank you guys for coming, because videotape is so important today. The way show business is structured, if you don't have a good videotape, you do not get the job. I've been getting away with murder. I've been sending out copies of my living will. At this point, Rodney King has a better tape than I. Videotape is one of the things that have changed our lives dramatically. The wife and I, we went out and we bought some video equipment. We figured maybe we can make our own porno movie. Problem was we didn't have anybody to hold the camera. I would have trained the dog, but he wanted to be in the script. I love that dog, formerly known as Prince. We just got a doggy door. Confuses the hell out of him because he's never been able to walk through a wall before. This morning I was shaving and two Pekingese walked into the bathroom. Doesn't sound too exciting. We don't own two Pekingese. That's when I found out the doggy door works both ways. I also found out that Pekingese are not born. You can make one yourself. No, you take your average poodle or Sheltie. You put the dog outside. You go inside. Lock the doggy door on the inside. You whistle. Instant Pekingese. So sea captain goes to a brothel, gets in bed with a young lady. He says, how am I doing? She said, what do you do for a living? He said, I'm a sea captain. She said, you're doing 3 knots. Thank God it's a young crowd. I've been working on a lot of cruise ships, and I'll tell you, no, the average age was deceased out there. I'm serious. When did you ever see burial at sea listed as a daily activity? It is impossible for me to get out on one of those megaton liners and not think about Columbus. How the hell did those guys do it? They had 3 little ships, could have fit right into this room. Unbelievable. A history lesson. Once upon a time, a long time ago in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. We even know it backwards. A listery lesson. Once upon a while, a tong lime ago, in 1952, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. In those days, post meeple believed the flurled was wet. But Columbus knew the world was wound. So he went to Eden Bizaquella and asked her to giant ants his Fernie. When's the last time someone giant ants your Fernie? She said, Columbus, I'll give you sheath rips. The Pina, the Ninta, and the Mantisaria. Fogarth! Find the court shut to the wound earled. And bring rack bitches. Columbus said, not only that, but I'll lame the clans sore for pain. The rain, if pain, falls mainly. Everybody. The rain, if pain, Let me tell you, it was a Drake gay when they paled from the sort. The wind stilled the fails, they headed out to sea. But 9 weeks into the voyage and the stinn whopped. They were wedding the daughter. It wasn't one-y. They were funning out of root and had to cancel the midnight buffet. How would you feel if they canceled your midnight buffet? The sailors were frad and mightened, and there was even walk of Tootenay. It was like the Maine Kootenai when Bumphrey Hogarth got Stacey over the crawberries. A Rister Mobberts when Lack Jemmin threw Kimmy Jagney's Tompree overboard. Or Bootney on the Mountie when Gart Clable played the part of a Boisstuckler. Columbus was scary veered. He was afraid they were going to make him plock his own wank. When's the last time somebody plocked your wank? All of a sudden, the wind started to blow. They spicked up peed, and before you could say, Racky Jobbinson, they louded spanned. Columbus was a hero, and his men were Hoyas and Jappy. And the story to the more is, if anyone tells you the flurled is wet, but you believe the world is wound, Gore fed 'em. You just dip to your stuns and hollow your fart. Thank you. Now, ecologists are concerned because they figure at the present rate of population explosion, within a few years, there will not be enough surface on the face of the planet to bury us when we die. Well, perhaps the first step to the solution in this has been taken by Gene Roddenberry of Star Trek and Timothy Leary, the ex-LSD guru, as their cremated remains were blasted by a rocket ship into outer space to float eternally in the heavens. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Floating eternally in the heavens beats the hell out of 6 feet under. When I'm finished with this life, which is terrestrial, let my resting place be outer space. Let me become celestial. Let them scatter all my matter when I've sung my final verse. Please don't scuttle my rebuttal. Let the space shuttle be my hearse. Let them read in my obit that I'm out there in orbit, in that graveyard in the sky where heaven knows that my friends who just might miss me and the ladies who have kissed me could look up and smile and say, hey, there we go. Science fiction becomes science fact. Cloning. Who would ever think that you could take one cell from an organism and create a duplicate organism? They did it with sheep. They're talking about doing it with cattle. People cannot be far behind. What would the eternal triangle look like if the parties involved were myself, my girl, and my clone? My girl was not with me last night because she cheated with my clone. She arranged it so that she and my clone could be alone. Now, she left me for myself. That's a fact I understand. After all, he's just like me. And I'm one hell of a man. My baby left me for my clone, and it's confusing me. For if he is me, then why am I alone? It's just a carbon copy romance. My baby left me for my clone. This may be the fastest leap in all of evolution. Science got us in this mess. It could prove the solution. If she would just consent to having herself cloned, then she and mine, and me and hers, why, we'd never be alone. Now, I can see the two of us just living with ourselves alone. I can see the bathroom towels, his and hers and clones and clones. And last, this little fantasy I can't leave on the shelf. But I really could if someone would say, go fuck yourself.